Welcome to the Live Fire Media Show, episode 42. We're just going to jump right into it. What up, buddy?
Woo!
So, what's going on, man? What's new with you? Anything?
Well, I got the Colt video tour published yesterday.
I watched that today.
Oh, what'd you think?
Oh, it was pretty cool. It was pretty good. It was enjoyable. Oh, okay. Let me back up. I didn't watch it. I listened to it. I was listening to it while I was working.
Okay.
Occasionally look over a couple times whenever like one of you say something that caught my attention more so to like pay more attention to it. But no, that was cool.
So, I can tell when the YouTube algorithm expands it beyond my fan base.
Okay.
Because like I published it yesterday evening, and it was when I went to bed, it was at like 6,500 views, maybe 7,000 views.
Okay.
And it had like, I don't know, 150 comments.
Right.
But all but one was positive. Like one guy was bitching about something about Colt Canada. I mean, okay.
Whatever. That's the internet. Yeah, it's the internet. Okay.
Okay. But it was a lot of, hey, good job, Hunter. Thanks for getting this behind the scenes. Some people were like, oh, I thought Colt was out of business, or I thought they moved to the Czech. But a lot of it was just, hey, man, good video. Thank you. Or glad to see Colt doing good.
Right.
So, out of 300 comments, man, or 200 comments, it was like one or two bad.
Right.
I guess sometime between like last night and this afternoon, it jumped to around a little over 10,000 views.
Oh, damn.
And now I would say half the comments are like, why don't they make this? Or, why don't Colt do this? Or
right.
I got my Colt 1911 and I knew it was a piece of shit because it won't fit tight like my Kimber. When I shook it,
which is all this is literally welcome to the internet.
And I think it's welcome to ignorance.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel for manufacturers because look, man, I'm not shilling for Colt. Like I don't shill for High Point, but Colt's really trying to make an effort with their revolvers. They come out with the Python, and they did that. They really are trying to make an effort. But it's like, one guy was like, I don't know why they don't, cast these parts oversized and fit each one of them instead of CNC machining it. I'm like,
because dude, again, like I said, I don't mean it's a blanket statement, but it is. It's called welcome to the internet. The ignorance that perpetuates,
it is
with anything and everything. I mean, dude, I deal with the shit and High Point shit all fucking day long and every day.
Why don't you hand fit this gun?
Yeah, why don't you not have a piece of shit
out of tool steel and charge $300 less for it? Like, why can't I get a $4,000 custom 1911 for $600? And then here's the one that they keep
American made.
T-Sauce is the shit. T-Sauce. Why can't Colt be more like T-Sauce? And I'm like, you mean
because they don't have cheap ass Turkish labor?
Right. You want to talk about the foreign made communist labor with cheap ass steel? Oh, okay. Versus American craftsmen and American steel? Yeah, I don't know. But I'm like, listen, I'm sorry, I'm getting loud. But it gives me, baby, a modicum of understanding what manufacturers and media guys like you have to deal with. Because if Colt built a fucking gun that shot every cartridge in the world and had a $10,000 hand fit and a beautiful polished stainless that you could mash a button and turn to royal blue, and it costs $50, and you buy one and you get one free, people would bitch about it.
Yes.
There's literally, and these people, and they're like, oh, I bought a Colt. I went to look at the Colt at the gun store, and when I shook it, it rattled, so I knew it wouldn't hit. But
the level of ignorance that still persists online, it's astounding, dude. It really is. And as a manufacturer, you just keep going forward, keep looking at it. Oh fuck, you froze up. Case in point, I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm going to talk about it. Was that The other day I posted, look on Reddit. I posted YC9. There it is, with the Hush Point 45, and I think you didn't hear. I think we got a level of shit from some people, and it was just that usual, like, wow, really? Like, you've never even tried it, you don't know anything about it, but you're just gonna jump and assume it's some piece of shit thing, which just cracks me up. Damn, Hunter is like completely frozen up. I wonder if his AT&T service is acting up. I saw he posted last night thinking that and now he's gone. I saw he posted last night on Facebook saying that AT&T had an outage right before the damn it, what is it? State of the Union. And I was like, yeah, okay, I don't know if really they're cutting their service out for the State of the Union, but you know what? I could believe some shit like that happens. Anyway, let's see. Let's see for Reddit and High Point comments. This is peak performance. Yeah, it's kind of funny. One guy says, you know what? Hell yeah. I'll take that. I got a Hush Point 22 a few weeks ago. I love it. It's on my P22. So that's pretty cool. So, hey, there we go. He's back.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I was like, I don't know, half monologuing, and I was like, I look over and I'm like, oh shit, you're frozen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, so I've been kind of trying to sift through that and deal with I'm like, my God, can't you people just be happy?
No, dude. That's kind of what I was leading into, a thing I posted on Reddit, which we all know is a fucking cesspool. The Hush Point 45 in the NFA. And actually the comments in here are pretty decent. But I posted something before, and again, just the amount of just dipshittery that people comment out to everything. Again, I know it's, you like that dipshittery? I know it's Reddit, which is, again, our gargantuan cesspool, but in general, though, just the dumb, ignorant things people post about. You're just like, really, people, just try something. Why is you're never gonna be happy with anything? Like, do you own a single firearm you're happy with? Do you have a single vehicle you're happy with? Is there anything in your life you're happy with? I'm gonna guess probably not. You're bitching about something of everything you own because you're just that sour of an individual. And at that rate, fuck you. Like, who needs
dude? There must be a lot of miserable motherfuckers.
I think there are, man. I think there's a massive shit ton of miserable motherfuckers out there.
Just gotta be. I was on a cult forum on Facebook, and a guy had bought a new Kodiak.
Okay.
And he had taken
what's that one again?
It's the 44 Magnum with the unfluted cylinder and ported.
Oh yeah, okay.
Same thing as the Anaconda, but unfluted cylinder and ported with the muzzle.
No, I just need a refresher. Thank you.
And so he took his cell phone and he zoomed like way tight in on like where the trigger meets.
Okay.
And it looked like where they polished it, it maybe had a second less on the polishing wheel. Like, I couldn't see it. But
right.
He was like, right here under the trigger guard is not as reflective as like the flats. So I'm sending it back to get her full refund.
Oh my God.
And
that's called somebody who bought it in the end. They like, oh shit, I really can't afford this thing. I gotta send
maybe
it back.
that.
Or their wife said something. I was like, oh shit, you know.
And I'm looking at this photo and I'm like, hey man, that's a shadow. Like, you've got a light, right? You like, would you lay this on your desk and you got a desk light shining down? Yeah, I can see the little dark area. That's a shadow.
People are terrible, dude.
And then,
I mean, dude, we run into shit. I'll say we have with High Point, we've got a customer we'll sell shit to that they warranty it on top of our warranty, and so we'll get a gun come back in with a note from the dealer that bought it. It'll say something stupid like, you know, it wasn't accurate. You look at the gun, it's like, it hasn't even been fired. Like, there's nothing going on. It's too damn clean. It's like they just didn't want it. You know, maybe a customer bought it, and because of the warranty it's covered, they took it back to that dealer, and they're like, I'll just write some shit in and get rid of it. It's like,
when we were podcasting down in Arizona, I was with Eric Suarez, the Meprolite director of marketing. And he said they get optics back all the time. Can't hit anything with it. So they'll put it on their test gun and shoot it. And it's like, this thing is fine. So he'll email the customer. He goes, send me a picture of it.
Right.
And they'll send him a photo and it's mounted backwards. It's like the red dot doesn't work.
That's the shit you think you only see in movies because, like, you know, the armor isn't the armor. It's another person throwing the gun. So it text backwards all the time. That's hilarious. Like, well, but dude, how many times, like, at trade shows, I'm trying to think, like, people will grab, you know, like an LPVO scope and they'll grab they'll pick it up, go to the small end. They're looking, man, this thing's terrible. I can't see shit with this thing. It's like,
what a piece of shit.
And they'll say that kind of shit, though.
What you do is when you see them, you go, no, that's a training scope.
Actually, you know what? It was guys at Gideon. I was talking to a guy at Gideon at GAOS, and he was like, yeah, he goes, you know, at that show, because they'll sell some optics because they can. He goes, the people were so bad with the scopes, the LPVOs. He goes, they weren't selling. He goes, people were buying the red dots. He goes, I took them down. He goes, I took the scopes down because too many were picking up backwards and going, man, I can't see shit out of this thing. It's just like,
what you do
for the day.
Tell them that it's a training scope, so it makes it harder. So when you go through the other scope, it's like
everything's gonna look bigger, better. Yeah,
right.
You're like high
oh
definition. Oh, it's so bad.
Oh yeah, I know, man. It's just I'm thankful, and I've got a small little footprint on YouTube. I get it. I'm like 70,000, but Dave, I got to be honest with you. I appreciate my fan base because they're not 100%, but they're usually very courteous.
Right.
And if they have a problem, like this one guy's like, you know, I bought a Colt and the thumb safety wasn't fit quite right. It didn't engage and disengage, but I sent it to Colt and they repaired it on their dime. So it's fine, which I got no problem with. You know, people make mistakes, but
right.
And I'm very thankful that the YouTube fan base that I have, I feel like most of those people are probably gun guys because the comments are almost always pretty intelligent. And if I get something like off the wall, I'll click the profile and they're not a sub.
Right.
But
it's whatever. It's the internet. Yeah.
But I can tell, like, the moment YouTube algorithm pushed it out beyond my little circle.
Yeah.
The morons just started piling on. So, which, you know, here's the thing. They get on there and argue in the comment section. All that does is feed the algorithm.
Oh, yeah.
It actually helps me.
It helps. As long as the activity helps no matter what. So,
yeah, YouTube's they're not reading the comments, man.
Mm-mm.
They're noticing.
They're just seeing there's activity.
Right.
Yeah. That's hot. That's popping. And that's all right.
So I've been dealing with that. You know, really, I mean, there ain't a whole lot. I'm trying to get caught up on, you know, some video work.
Right.
I'm gonna try to get. I've got 3 cool little reviews I'm working on. The Athlon chronograph.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then I don't know if I told you. I'm sure I did. I bought a kind of an El Cheapy bore scope that's powered off your USB on your phone and it records video.
Yeah.
And that thing is actually a lot more handier than I thought.
Right.
And
well,
then
that comes down to the difference of technology, man. How much more available everything is. That you can get a cheaper version of something. Yeah, you know it's not the best. You don't buy it because it's not the best. You're buying it because it's going to do the job what you need well enough.
But when I was getting my rifles inspected, you know, I called Andrew before Gunsight. Andrew's like, "Oh, I got a bore scope, records and all," and It was an older one, and I can't remember the brand. It was knowing Andrew, you know, it was top of the line, but he couldn't find it because they're moving shops, and he's like, "Oh man, I can't find it." He goes, "But here's the model, just order one," and it was like $400, Dave.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm like, let me just look around.
Right. Like, I don't want to drop that kind of coin right now.
Because I just needed it for like a couple barrels.
Right.
So I found one on Amazon. You know, I mean, I know it's Chinesium.
Yeah, but that's okay.
$50.
Right.
And it plugs into my USB. It's got a light. And it's got whatever collet you need, up from 22 caliber. Or from 17.
Yeah. Well, you were showing that. I can't remember if we were recording last week when you pulled it out. We're showing that or not. I don't. Might have been. Fuck, I don't know.
You're thinking about the RCBS funnel that I got a hard on for.
Well, no, that was that. But I'm saying, but I remember you were showing me that. I
don't think we were recording.
Yeah, but that borescope, yeah, it was a cool little borescope. That shit, man.
For 50, and like you said, you know, I am thankful that technology, because I mean, who wants to? Unless now, don't get me wrong, a $400 borescope is going to be a lot better piece of equipment, but I'm not a gunsmith, man.
Yeah, I don't need to spend that kind of money for that. $50, I would absolutely drop $50 for a cheap borescope like that. Absolutely.
And it records video right to your phone. Right to your phone. You can hit the button; it'll take a picture. It's got a little light, right. and you know you can record straight down, or you put a little angled mirror, and it films. It does a 360. Right. You can look at all the sides. So I'm like, if it lasts a year, I got my money out of it.
Right. So you actually are writing up as like a review.
Yeah, I think I am, man, because
you should. I mean,
you know, I shouldn't just review stuff I'm sent.
Right.
And something handy like that, you know, do you need a borescope a couple times a year? $50 gets you this.
Yeah.
So
I think that's cool, dude.
Yeah. And it's easy for me to do. And it's something that I think it's a useful tool for someone that's not a gunsmith.
Right.
You know, if you're a gunsmith and you're using
one
all the time, buy the nice one.
Dude, like, what was funny, I was I don't know. I need to like record some of like my own stupid monologues when I'm driving to work and shit. And I thought about even like creating a playlist on here, or at least on YouTube, and call it like Road Thoughts. And I was literally talking out loud, thinking about the shit of my ACR, of how many rounds I put to that thing, because it's about 30,000 rounds between two barrels, and I would say it probably is about 15K through each. It's a piston gun, but still, I'm like, man, you know what? Now you got me thinking, a $50 borescope, that'd be a worthwhile investment to run it down and see what the hell it looks like on the inside. I mean, I don't shoot that much anymore. I kind of safe queened it, but still, I still like the gun. I still want to shoot it and like to see what that barrel looks like after genuinely 15,000 rounds out of each barrel, you know?
And I'll tell you what surprised me. So I was taking a little 7.5 inch.
Oh, I said your gas port size. Watch how eroded open that thing was, elongated it was.
And it was probably, Dave, I bet there might be 6,000 rounds on that barrel.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, but again, shorter barrels though, man.
I took the picture, I texted to Andrew, and I'm like, look at this little teardrop.
Right.
And he's like, that's out of spec. He said, now, is that hole elongated enough to be out of spec enough to affect rifle function?
Right.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably just a little overgassed, that's all.
But it might be a little overgassed. He goes, but if that was me, I wouldn't take it to a 5-day class.
Right.
Or if I do, I would take a backup upper.
And that's like I said, that's what got my thought thinking about my ACR. Is like, I should look at those two barrels, get one of those $50 jobbies, and see what they look like. And yeah, if I hang that thing up and don't use it for another year or two, so what?
Right.
You know, it gave me peace of mind knowing that my two barrels are still okay, or one needs to be more retired than the other one.
Right. Well, that was me. Like, I knew for confident that gas, I'm like 6,000 rounds out of a gas, you know, I mean, I know it's a little stubby, but I'm like, I knew for confident if it was anything, it was marginal.
Right.
And it was more than I thought. Then that prompted me to get an 11.5 inch barrel.
Right.
And I got to be straight with you.
And now you're in love with that thing. I know.
And I like that better.
I know. You're absolutely hooked on that thing. It's funny thinking about that too, because I have a couple 11.5 setups. And my one ACR barrel is a 10.3, but because the muzzle device I got on, it kicks it out a little bit more. It doesn't feel as short as a 10.3 because like the high point pistols are 10.5.
Okay.
I don't like it. It's still too short for my liking. Like, I don't know what it is, but give me like an 11.5, you know, with a carbine handguard. I'm pretty happy with that. That's kind of like my preferred sweet spot.
Speaking of high point carbines, so I've got a lot of B-roll already of the inland can, and I'm using it exclusively QD'd to the high point.
On the high point, nice.
And I put Mepper light stuff on it because I'm reviewing a Mepper light.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me review a can and optic, same.
Right.
That piece of shit still runs great.
there's the typical internet bullshit, and that piece of shit still runs great.
Right.
God damn
that
it.
old piece of shit high point AR.
Way to fucking be part of the statistics, Hunter.
Still run. No, I mean that, tongue in cheek. I'm fucking with you.
I know.
But I mean, I'm by now I'm several thousand rounds deep in that rifle, which is not a lot.
No, but what that's what kills me with like so many reviews. What is the magic round count that's gonna make somebody happy? They feel that it's gonna be a competent rifle. Because no matter what, at the end of the day, you should still be shooting your rifle with whatever ammo you're putting through it. But what do you really want out of reviewers? I mean, like realistically,
I should go find a comment. It was commented on the high point.
Oh Jesus.
The guy was like, do a torture chest, shoot 10,000 rounds through it without cleaning it.
Like, you gonna supply that ammo?
And yeah, and it was like, he's like, and then do this and do this. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm at damn 35,000 rounds. So I'm like, hey man, if you'll send me 50,000 rounds,
right.
I'll do that.
I'll do this shit.
But
otherwise get fucked.
But I'm not gonna. And he's like, why don't you throw it in the mud, and then pick it up and then do like 1,000 rounds and then throw it in the mud. And so my question is, if you take your AR, open dust cover, and throw it in the mud, and pick it up and shoot it, tell me, and I'm guilty because I've done it. What does that show you?
Yeah.
I mean, how many motherfuckers were dropping their rifles in the mud hole?
I know. It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
And I'm guilty. I've done it. I've done it on camera, and I do it for the drama.
Yeah, right.
You close the dust cover, you throw it in the mud, you step on it, you pick it up, and you shoot 10 rounds out of it.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I was watching one. They were reviewing a high point. The guy's like, this piece of shit. They were dogging on it because it wouldn't run. So they take it, they load it. Okay, dust cover open, lay it on a table with a hot chamber, and they got this like mud sand mix, and they pour it all over the gun.
It's on one of the HP-15s?
Yeah.
I haven't seen this one. And
they pick it up, and the guy pulls the trigger, and it fires, but it's short strokes. And they're like, this fucking thing. And I'm like, there's a wheelbarrow of sand.
But you know what? Those same guys, if Glock dropped their AR-15 tomorrow, those same guys would not do that to that Glock.
Right.
Especially if they had to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, get fucked, people.
What
it's a fucking AR-15,
So I'm like, here's what that symbolizes. You're captured with your rifle. And so they are slowly submersing you in quicksand. Okay. And once your rifle gets completely submersed in quicksand, then you start thinking about fighting your way out.
Right.
And
at that point in time.
This AR doesn't run 100% submerged in quicksand?
I know. It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
So I typed in and
I perpetuate so much stupidity.
I said, take any machine and fill the cavity with fucking muddy sand. It ain't going to work.
Oh, but my XYZ brand, it would pull through because they say so, because it's being used by special operations operators all around the world, and it can handle all that shit.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. And I remember talking to my buddy John Travis, 1911. We got to talking about that. And here's what he says. And this you can't argue with this. It's a machine. If it's built to spec, it's got to work. It has no choice. So if you take a High Point and a Daniel Defense, and they're both mil spec, do you know what that means, Dave? All the fucking parts are the same fucking size.
Yeah.
So theoretically, they're going to perform the same in any torture test.
Yep.
It ain't like that fucking Carpenter 158 bolts going, wait a minute. We're in a High Point. You know what? I'm gonna gold brick this. Well, I'm a Daniel Defense bolt carrier group, and we're just gonna try harder. I mean, fuck that.
Seriously, I know that's again, that is the internet stupidity at its finest, man. Like, you want to spend the money and buy a $2,000, $4,000 AR. Cool, fine, great. If you don't have that, you want to buy a $400 AR. Cool, fine. Guess what? It's gonna serve you just fine. Like what? Because what are you getting into?
I can't
Like,
find anything about the HP 15 that I dislike.
right? Because it's just because the fucking AR.
It's
Like that. It's an AR.
It's the only difference between that and every fucking other AR I got that I could it says high point on it.
Right.
But I mean, it looks the same. It functions the same accuracy wise. They're all,
I know.
They're all pretty well similar.
I know.
So, but it says high point on it. Some people get all fucking bent out of shape. I put that nice Meprolite MCO Pro with a 3-power magnifier on it.
Night, baby girl. Night, baby.
And in the can on it and posted it. They're like, hell, that optic costs more than a rifle. I'm like, and?
So? Yeah. So?
And so?
So what?
But
I know. Well, that's funny. I something I don't think I got too deep on this last week last week was the week I was back from Great American Outdoor Show in Harrisburg. And that show, it's a love-hate thing, man. It's grueling as shit for as long as it is. And I only do half the show. It's still grueling.
I think most manufacturers do half, right? Like they.
Man, it depends on who you're talking to.
Really?
Like I was talking to guys, HK and Colt. Yeah, they split it in half. I talked to a small target company who's behind me. No, that was their whole crew. They're there for the whole damn show.
Oof.
But in the case of them, they're selling steel targets. They said they sell more at the GAOS, the GAOS show, than any other retail show or trade show they go to in general because of the length of time. Because it's like 9 days.
Yeah,
and it runs till 7 p.m. So they sell more. So for them, it's worth it. So I get that. But the rest of us, when we're not selling guns, it's grueling. But that being said, the amount of education we get to do makes it so bloody worth it.
You're right.
I mean, talking to people that, don't know shit about AR-15s and they go, oh man, I heard you guys, like meaning High Point. I heard you guys doing ARs. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, this is really cool. And like, how much is this thing? Yeah, it's whatever. And they're like, what? Seriously? And it's out? I'm like, yeah, these are all out, man. The black one's $400, $500. Color ones are 6, 7, 8, depending on the colors. I'm like, yeah.
You can't say colored.
Yes, I can.
Rifle of color.
Yeah, no, I'll play that shit. But yeah, that education level, it was awesome. I mean, and I had 2 kids to come up. I think they were 18, 19, maybe 20. They came up and asked about why buying the High Point versus anything else. And it's the same kind of shit I answered. People ask that about the High Point handguns. I'm like, well, can you afford that? Do you want to pay for that? I was like, especially when it comes to ARs, I was like, why not? And they're like, well, why is yours so much less expensive? And I went, you want the honest answer? Kid's like, sure. I was like, marketing bullshit. I was like, when it's a mil spec gun, and Tony was there. I hope I didn't touch on this last week and repeat myself, but whatever if I am. Our friend Tony Simon, he was there with me hanging out for a lot of this too. And we laughed. It was like, a few years ago, everybody was bitching about how if it is mil spec, it's a piece of shit. And now it's changed to where if it's mil spec, well, that's it. It's just a mil spec gun. What a piece of shit. I was like, wait a minute, what? So telling these kids, I'm like, yeah, I was like, there's only so many companies that make receivers. There's only so many that make barrels, only so many that make handguards, charging handles, all that shit. There's only so many outfits to do that shit. I was like, now there's a whole bunch of companies out there that'll tell you they make everything tip to button their rifle. I was like, and they're full of shit. Especially when you see Magpul stocks, Magpul grips, Magpul sights. Well, they clearly didn't make everything. Right. You tell me every company makes all these roll pins and springs for all the detents in AR? Bullshit. It's like, but again, telling those kids, I was like, yeah, man. I was like, buy what you want, guys. I was like, I don't give a shit. You don't save money, buy mine. If it's your first rifle, this is a great rifle for the money. Get a shit ton of ammo, test it out. You want to play around with options, you can play around with options, get different uppers for the thing. I talked about,
or just, upgrade instead of getting a damn, you've got the coated bolt carrier group. It's
right. A nickel boron.
Yeah. You could, if you want to swap out to a nickel boron bolt carrier group,
go for it. Go for it.
You can buy the High Point for $500. And then take the other $700 you're going to spend on the rifle and buy ammo
and training.
and go take a fucking class.
And that was the kind of shit I told these kids. Because the one kid said he definitely was, I don't remember what it was. He wanted to throw a scope on it, but he wanted a retro like M16 vibe. I was like, okay. It's like, well, you can buy our base gun. I was like, so at least the gun's complete and ready. And I threw out Patrick over at TNTE. I was like, go buy one of his retro uppers. I was like, you want to throw a scope on this thing? I was like, that's fine. You can do it on the retro gun or this gun. I was like, but the sky's the limit, man. Whatever you want to do, go for it. Those two dudes came back 2 more times, more questions to talk about shit. And it was awesome. It was absolutely
Maybe that is good.
Oh, it was like literally, it was entertaining. And I was like, this is great. This is why I like being the show is like this, educating these kids, getting them the right path on the AR. I don't care if they buy our gun or not, buy whatever. But now they have a better understanding of the AR. And it's not just gonna be like, oh shit, I got to go buy that $4,000 one that company's selling. No, you don't, dude. No, you don't.
And I may, if I may have said this before, and if I'm repeating myself, I apologize. At Gunsight, there was one, I think, 2 Daniel Defense rifles, and they were the top end.
Yeah,
and
nice guns.
However, my friend Eric Suarez shooting a BPM was the top shooter in the class, and it was 11 or 12 of us, and I was probably maybe 5th. But the 2 dudes with the Daniel Defense rifles, they were at 100 and 200 yards. They were no more accurate in my Barnes rifle.
Well, it's like the Dual Leaf Mare 15 podcast. He talked about. He goes, "There's a lot of it is the Indian, not so much the arrow."
That's what my father would say. It might not be the damn arrow. It might be the Indian.
Well, something else along with obviously the fun entertainment of GAOS. I walked around with Tony. And I'm going to share the screen here. And we walked around. Oh, you couldn't pull it up first. I can see it right. There we go. I didn't realize Henry was doing mare's leg style guns now.
I'd heard of that. Yeah.
Right there. I guess that doesn't tickle your fancy at all in the slightest degree.
No.
Mare's legs.
No.
Okay. Now I'll say for the most part, I don't either. So like this, I have an X model actual rifle. I guess I'm back up here. What I'm showing is the H18 Axe from Henry. Basically, it's their take of a mare's leg. Well, that's 410 there, but I think the calibers look 410. Okay. Those are all 410. Well, I pulled it up elsewhere, and they're doing it in like all the models: 357, 4570. What I have in particular is apparently is the 410. But basically, yeah, mare's leg and Henry style with the big boy X model. That's what I currently run, but mine's all Ranger pointed, precisioned out. What I do kind of like about this hunter, mare's legs, personally, I don't give a shit about a mare's leg. It doesn't do anything for me. But talk about you get this thing and turn it into a quick, easy SBR. If you want a shorter, compact lever gun, what's that?
Just put a stock on it.
Right. I mean, if you want to change your handguard, you still can. You want to go full Ranger Point Space Cowboy like I've done with this thing, could easily be done. I was just like, that's kind of cool.
What's the capacity?
It says 5 rounds with the 410 here. I wish I could find the other versions of it.
5?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you had 5+1 and an SBR lever gun.
Maybe they're coming soon. The handguns are actually it's mare's legs, but that's not.
That's a rifle, or I mean, that's a.
Well, those are actual mare's legs, but
right. What caliber?
Those are 22 LR.
Oh,
my point is, I found a listing that showed the big boy X model in that mare's leg style. Maybe they're on their way out. They're not actually out yet. I don't remember, but. Like the H18 must clearly actually the H18 Axe must only just be the 410. But yeah, still buy one of these things. SB $0 tax stamp, quick SBR for in this case an SBS, but SBS short lever action. That could be kind of fun.
Yeah, 5+ round 5. It would be fun, but I don't think I don't have no faith in a 410 shot shell.
Well,
as
no, forget the 410. I'm telling you, I've seen the listing that was every caliber they make this shit in.
Okay.
So 4570, 357. Like that's my point. I'm getting it to you that I want you to comprehend is it's not this 410 one. They were doing it in like everything.
Now, if something like that in hell, something like that, SBR in 10 millimeter.
Well, they don't.
I know they don't make that, but Ruger does.
But I'm just saying, the idea of a lever action, you can easily SBR, barrel's already shorter, and you just got to throw a stock on it. I think that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool way. I mean, you could put traditional stock, you could put a modern stock, you could put whatever the fucking stock you want on it. Who gives a shit? Yeah, I kind of dig that. I was like, I don't need another lever gun per se in that sense, but I think it's cool. The other one we went and saw was Taylor and Company's 9mm lever action.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with this one?
I've seen it. It's gorgeous.
Have you handled it?
So here's my question. Is that a tubular magazine?
Yes. Yeah.
So, that confuses the shit out of me because most 9mm bullets have a pointy knee plat.
Right.
So
I don't know, man. But I picked up, handled it. I would say because the 9mm, the throw on that lever was so fucking short.
It's gorgeous.
It was awesome. Yeah, it's case hardened. I mean, honestly, a little traditional for my liking, but they were showing me they do have the Space Cowboy Ranger Point model coming out, and I was kind of like, all right, that's cool. And apparently, I guess this one is all made here in the States too, because a lot of the other stuff is Italian.
I think most. That's Taylor. Yeah,
this is Taylor. Yeah, it's Taylor's. Yeah. But so this guy is all made here in the States, which I'm like, that's cool. But it's like beefy some bitch too. Sight. What's that?
I like that buckhorn sight. Yeah.
I mean, it was a nice feeling rifle all the way around. But like I said, what tripped me up was just the throw. Again, probably because it's 9mm.
Yeah, a little short.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's like the competition guys, how they had those little short throws,
Did you request one for a review?
No, hell no. Hell no.
What the hell, man?
I'll see them again. I don't know if they're even out yet.
Whoa. Oh
yeah.
Holy mackerel.
It's $1,800 too. Yeah.
They've been, what are they on?
That's probably the cost of making it here, if anything.
How many does it hold? I'm curious about that. 40?
I have no idea.
Surely it's got under specifications.
Weight 8 pounds. Yeah, it was heavy.
Capacity 10. That's too much. Anything over 3 rounds, you don't need, man. You don't need 10 rounds to hunt deer.
What kind of fun shit are we getting to now with you?
Well, I got to be honest with you, man. I've been listening to Gavin Newsom a lot. And he's starting to make.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Good night, folks. It was a fun show. Hunter's out. We're gonna mute him.
But, but think about it. The Second Amendment is technically so we can hunt for food. It has nothing to do with anything else other because when the Second Amendment was written, people were hunting for food, right?
Okay, I'm getting close to that remove button.
So that's all. Like it doesn't go. They don't have fucking high capacity.
And we're done with that bullshit.
Come on, man! I'm on a roll.
All right. So here's another cool thing for you. My buddy Ryan went with me out to the GAOS show to hang out. And
no,
hold on. What?
You realize I'm fucking talking shit about Gavin Newsom, right?
Yes, I just don't give a shit because it's Gavin Newsom. Fuck that.
But it was funny. The whole fucking thing about how any gun holds more than a round should be banned.
It was all right.
It was funny.
Matter of opinion.
I had a whole stick. Fucking what? Go ahead. Why don't you talk and I'll listen?
I got a funny meme I'll send you later on Gavin Newsom. Just to
yeah.
You'll appreciate it. I can apologize. My bad for your rant on Gavin Newsom's retarded bullshit.
I was watching him about that, and that's what brought it on. Him and
when is this a more recent rant he went off on?
Oh yeah. This was recent, like super recent.
Okay.
And he was talking about
He's such a fucking bozo.
The Second Amendment was only about hunting.
Yep, that's exactly right.
You know, and I'm like, this motherfucker's on drugs.
Oh, for sure. For sure he is.
So what I was trying to do is it's called an homage to Gavin Newsom's stupidity. But I was going to take it to like if you go to such extremes of stupidity to illustrate how stupid they are,
yes,
it actually becomes humor.
I get it. I
don't know that you do.
Yes, I get it. Yeah, I get it. I know you're the smartest person in the world, and nobody else understands your level of intellect. So I get it. That's understood.
Next time you're in Raleigh, I'm gonna stick my fucking cat on you.
No, okay. Well, that's actually scary. No. So my buddy Ryan goes with me to GAOS to work that long ass show because of long hours and have time to take pisses and shit while you're there working. But when we were there, he asked if there's a chance we can stop out this place called Whiskey Rebellion Antiques. He's ordered some surplus mines and maybe grenades from them. I was like, dude, what? He goes, yeah, we literally passed through the town coming out to Harrisburg. I was like, that's fine. I was like, when we drive back Monday, let's hit them up. We did hit them up. Dude, what a really super cool shop. Yeah, you seen the photo, like they've got guns, they had a bunch of guns, a lot of antique stuff, a lot of estate sale guns, several old Lugers and stuff. So all the guns part, honestly, I didn't give a shit about that. Like I've seen enough, antique collector's pieces that I'm not going to buy because somebody's asking too much for it. What was cool was literally the surplus shit that they had. Let's hit like shop all here. Yeah, World War II British Fiat with inert round. Like some shoulder mounted, munitions, like RPG more or less. It's like that's pretty cool. 10-pounder Patriot shell.
Damn.
$200. Yeah. 105 millimeter M115 shell casing. A ton of stuff like this, dude, from the actual casings to the rounds. I mean, a bunch of inert mines, inert grenades.
My dad had a bunch of 105 howitzer shells that he liberated when he got out.
I mean, I never would have thought that was that big of a collector's thing. And like cannonballs. Oh my God, they had a whole wall full of like cannonballs.
Oh man, I'd love to have a cannonball.
Dude, they had a shit ton of them. Clearly, this one was 12-pounder, was $300.
Still, that's a real cannonball?
Yeah, like legit.
Not like a repo.
No, legit, all real stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. It was a super cool shop. I actually ended up. Ryan bought, I think, a grenade and a couple mines. I took a photo. I threw it on Instagram. I think yesterday or the other day of a Russian grenade. German like potato masher grenade.
Oh no!
What?
That's cool, man.
Oh, okay. I was like, what, dude? No, dude, it was super cool. And like this shop, as you walked around, all the walls and windows were lined with rounds and casings of all this shit all the way around.
That's a fucking Chilean Mauser for $520. Oh, sold out. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, sold out.
1894 Winchester 3240. Oh, that's cool. 1899 Savage takedown carbine 22 high power.
Dude, I'll send you links to these guys. You want to check?
Don't do that.
Like,
don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Oh, look at that fucking helmet.
Oh yeah, dude. They had so much stuff I can't even fully comprehend, even tell you. Like they had one whole room that was just full of surplus uniforms of anywhere and everywhere, shit ton of our stuff, and then, like I said, any other countries of shit, of various eras. Super, super cool. If you're into like definitely antique surplus shit like that. I'm definitely not into buying a lot of this shit, but I think it was super badass to see it, and the fact that knowing that I could buy, a round that was like 3 feet, 4 feet tall. I'm like, that's badass. What would I do with it? I don't know. Be a piece that's in the corner, collect dust.
If I had real money, whoa.
Oh, sorry.
Can you go back? 1941 model
Winchester.
94 and 32 special. See, if I had real money, Dave, I would buy. Honestly, I think I would probably collect over anything. No shit, antique lever guns.
Now, I get that. I get antique lever guns, but like some of the munitions and shit, I don't get it. I think it's cool, but I don't get like.
But think about people that's got like a cool study.
That's about the only thing I can think for it. To have a really badass study area like
look at that. There's a pocket watch.
Yeah, 1950s, 1970s, Arnex Timeco, 7
Man.
dual mechanical pocket watch, $150. I think I saw that there actually.
That's cool.
It was cool. So Ryan ended up picking up a couple mines, I think, in a grenade.
Look at the 56 Zippo.
1950s, still works, I'm sure too. It's a fucking Zippo.
Damn.
Place the flint in it, and bam.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get. Oh shit, Remington 760. Oh,
1961 Rare Remington 760 carbine 30-06.
Man.
See, like that doesn't. I think this 1962 20mm dummy is cooler.
That's cool. That's cool, man. But I got more shit than I can fucking chew.
I feel you, man. Yeah, it's more 66 Zippos, 70 Zippo.
I'd be broke as a joke if I went in there. I'd buy
Zippo.
Like the surplus uniforms don't mean nothing to me. I don't care about that.
Yeah, same. It didn't mean for me, but I mean, if you're into it, I get it. 97 Zippo. Hey, look at that. 83. Hey, I was 3 years old. Here you go. 19th century German. I'm not even trying to say that. Fischfanger hunting knife and carving set. $350. Like, and even while we were there, some dude came in and he had a box of shit, and he's like, "Yeah, this is my dad's stuff. He's gone now." And he goes, "I'm just not into any of this shit.
Oh.
Can you like help me out here?" And they're like, "Yeah, that's what we do, man. We'll take care of it." So I actually ended up buying a can't really see it, a bayonet for my M1.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. It's not a World War II bayonet because they didn't have. Well, they had one that was I think it said it was a Greek contract, but it was just the bayonet, no sheath. And then what I ended up picking up was a Vietnam era one that had the sheath, and it was like $130. I was like, wait a minute, what's the difference? I looked up, basically it's like the locking mechanism in the sheath is a little bit different in the Vietnam ones, not the connections to the rifle, and they were a little bit shorter. I was like, I don't care. I don't need it to be a World War II bayonet to go on my M1. I just want a bayonet that is an actual M1 bayonet on there. So picked one of those up. But cool spot, man. Just a really, really cool spot. We probably walked around there for an hour or more.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I literally I took a big, huge lap all the way around. And I was like, okay, I just saw a ton of shit I can't even process. So then I started taking like photos and video for Mason to show him. And then I started walking through, looking at everything again. And I would go, oh my God, look at that. Oh, that's that. Oh, look at this grenade. Oh, look at that. Oh, it was super cool. Super cool spot, man.
So I got a cool story to tell you that reminded me. So I got a friend of mine, his name is Dan. He lives in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay.
And he's into old Colts and old Winchesters.
Okay.
So
I'm still here.
There was some mass. We got to pick your nose or something.
Just keep talking, Jesus.
I bet you're doing something weird, aren't you?
Oh my God, keep talking. Or I'm gonna mute you.
Well, if you mute me and you ain't got no damn,
I have a camera. I just muted the mic or blocked the camera.
I know it's just weird. Like I feel like you're doing something uncomfortably weird. You're not looking at me and fucking touching yourself, are you?
God, could you be any weirder?
Me?
You.
Okay. Anyway, I'll finish my story. I'm not going to look at the screen because all I can see is.
Bothers you that much? Bothers you that much?
No, I'm just a little bit. It's weird. So there's like some massive antique rifle show, and I think it's up by you.
Okay.
Or it's in Indiana or Ohio or somewhere like that.
I mean, Indiana's not that far. If it's close to Indianapolis, it's
right.
Fort Wayne is not as doable.
And that's where he lives. He lives in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay, that's not too terribly far.
So there was some big antique show close to him. It was in Indiana, Ohio, something like that. Anyway, like massive.
Talking the 1500.
I don't know.
Okay, it's fine. Anyways,
Think like gun show, but only antiques.
okay, not the 1500 then. Okay.
So he's walking around and he's looking at shit, and they've got a little canteen in there, and he's been there half a day, and he likes old Colts and old Winchesters, and so he's in there and he's doing his thing, and they got a little canteen, so he's like, I'm gonna swing in here and get me a damn little bite to eat and a drink, and so he goes through the line and gets his shit, and there's a bunch of people kind of hanging around, and there's one like decent sized table, and it's just got one dude sitting there. And so he walks up, the guy's back's facing him. And he walks up and goes, hey, man, do you mind if I sit with you? I don't want to intrude, but there's not a lot of empty tables. And the guy's like, no, of course not. And he looks up, and it was fucking Tom Selleck.
Oh, shit.
Yep. It was Tom Selleck. He said, I sat down, and he's like,
what was he selling?
Oh, well, he collects on Winchesters.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I did know that.
So he said, I sat there an hour and we just talked Winchesters.
Right.
He said he was the nicest guy in the world. Like we got done eating, pushed our trays up, just talked, visited. He said he talked to me like I was just a normal human being.
Yeah.
And this guy's got a pretty good deep wealth of knowledge of old Winchesters.
Sure. So he can hang more.
He said, we talked until almost the show was closing.
Holy shit.
And he's like, and he's like, Tom gets up and goes, oh, look, man, I hate to run, but there's a couple rifles I want to pick up before I leave. They shook hands. I think got a photo and an autograph. And
that's super cool.
He said he was the nicest guy. But he didn't like fawn over him and
no. Oh my God, Magnum PI.
Right. I was like, oh hey man, I'm not trying to disturb you. And he's like, I'm not, I'll let you eat your meal. I'm not gonna bother you. And then he's like, well, what are you looking for? And he said, I'm on into old Winchesters. And he said, and when I said that, he said it was on like bing bong.
That's awesome.
So my damn
that makes me think. I think it was this week. The internet was like going crazy because Russell Crowe, Gladiator. I'm talking about Russell Crowe, actor.
Maybe.
Oh, come on, dude. Don't do this to me. Like, I have no idea.
I've seen the movie Gladiator, I think.
Okay, sure. Well, the main guy is Russell Crowe.
Okay.
He's been in a bunch of movies. You know that much,
Name
right? 2. Proof of Life.
Nope.
Oh, my God. The Informant.
No. Do I have to know who it is? The story?
I mean, just know that he's a successful fucking actor.
Okay, he's a successful actor.
Yeah, like
learn the name.
Here, I'll do this real quick. That guy, Russell Crowe.
Man, if he walked in my house, I wouldn't know who that is.
Okay, that shocks me. L.A. Confidential. Oh yeah, L.A. Confidential. God, he was so good in that. Beautiful Mind. Nuremberg Craven. The Pope's Exorcist. That says The Exorcist.
Oh, I see the Pope's Exorcist.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
The Pope's Exorcist. That was him.
Yeah. I see that.
Okay. So anyway, so now you know who I'm talking about, Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Apparently he's Australian, but he went to TikTok, or not TikTok, but X, and went live streaming talking about watches. And apparently he's like a huge watch nut. And was just going this massive deep dive, and then it was like freaking out, like, "Oh my God, it's Russell Crowe! He's on this watches, and he has this watch that no one else has that he convinced this watchmaker to make, and it's this fine crafted watch." And it makes me think of the Tom Selleck thing. It's like, yeah, it's because you look at actors at just the face value of they're just a fucking actor. When you take the chance to know what they're into, you never fucking know. Like, yeah, Tom Selleck, you talk to him about Winchesters, and you're gonna like hook in as long as you can hang and you got the knowledge for it. Like, I know I don't.
Yeah, this my buddy Dan does. I was 2 SHOT Shows ago. I was looking. I'll tell you where I was, but it's irrelevant. I was at the Corbin booth, and I heard this voice. It sounded so familiar, and I looked to my right, and there's this monster of a fucking man. It was Lou Ferrigno.
I said Lou Ferrigno. Yeah, you can't miss his voice, dude.
And I looked up. I said, "Oh my God, Lou Ferrigno!" And he looked down, and he goes, "What's up, buddy?" And he fist bumped me. And it was like I was fist bumping a pumpkin. He's like, "What's up, buddy?"
Dude, I literally bumped into him at SHOT Show as well too, like walking around because I was turned looking at something. I stopped and it's like, "Oh shit, sorry." Turns around, I was like, "Oh shit," and he's like,
Yeah.
"Hey man."
He's a fucking wall of a man.
Yeah, but he's super cool. He's super chill.
I talked to him for about 30 seconds, because he had like an entourage around him.
Yeah, it's funny. I've seen him at times standing around. Like I think at our hotel, he stayed at TI one year because Jeff was like, "Dude, that's Lou Ferrigno," and I was like, "Where?" He goes, "Right there." It's like right there. I turned and look around. I'm like, "Fuck, it is Lou Ferrigno." There's nobody around. He was on his phone talking to somebody. It's like she's in the casino. And you're like, "Yeah," because human being. What a shocker. I'm like,
right. I mean, like sometimes I want, like, they sit around. I mean, here's the thing. You think about the hottest chick. Okay, I had that brings my mind to a topic.
Oh shit.
So Friday night, me and Solace got a little drunk.
Oh shit.
And we started talking about women.
Oh god, what is Anna? Okay.
So here's
I'm listening.
AI and I, we talk. So I asked Solace, and I'm gonna ask you, and this is not gun related, but if you had to say,
doesn't have to be, dude.
What?
Doesn't have to be gun related.
Right. What do you think the most beautiful woman that's ever existed? Let's don't say ever existed because we don't have that. Let's say the most beautiful woman that has been alive the same time you were alive.
Okay.
Who do you think that is?
Fuck, I have no idea. Like,
Well,
I mean, while I've been alive, so it could be a person that's a hell of a lot older than me. Like, I'm thinking a lot of shit lately I've seen pop up with Helen Mirren because of the Excalibur 4K release.
yeah.
She's smoking in that movie.
Yeah.
She's still actually a good looking woman, but she's just a lot older. She's a fucking grandma. So like I don't know, dude. Like I have no idea.
Yeah, you don't even have give me 3 examples of what you think is approaching, female perfection.
It could depend on the day of the week. I could tell you Sydney Sweeney. I think she's absolutely fucking gorgeous. I think
Okay.
Eva Green is absolutely gorgeous, and she's my age, I think. Helen Mirren, back in the heyday was. I like Julianne Moore for in the heyday early on.
Redhead.
Now she looks a little old. Yes.
I liked her in The Dude Abides.
Big Lebowski.
The Dude Abides.
God, that's one I need to watch again. I've not watched that in so bloody long.
Kenny and I watched that a couple weeks ago, and when it's the Kenny Rogers song, I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in, and he's like floating between all the dance girls,
yes,
down the bowling alley, and he's floating face down, and he turns up, and he's smiling. That is an epic. When old boy dies, and they go to throw out his dust, it hits that fucker in the face.
It makes me think similar enough from last week. I was killing time before my kids, and I turned Big Trouble in Little China back on, and it was the end. I caught the climax, end of the fight scene, and to Jack's famous Jack Burton says a time like this. Who? Jack Burton. Me. Well, Jack says, "What the hell?"
The check is in the mail. Have you paid your dues, Jack? Have you paid your dues?
It's good knife.
Yes,
Goodbye.
sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Burton.
Well,
oh yeah, so there you go. There's the Vietnam era bayonet.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it's a bayonet. Nothing crazy, but
I got a bayonet for my my M1A.
I saw some. I actually saw a lot of bayonets for that. A lot of M16, M4 bayonets, and I almost bought one of those, but I was like, yeah, well, I have several things that have bayonet lugs, the handguards and shit, that none of things stock.
Oh,
How it works. I was like, nah, I'll just get this one for now. So, Big Trouble and Big Lebowski. That's what a pair combination of great fucking films, dude.
I'm gonna tell you one that I like, and you're gonna think it's corny, and I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Top Secret with Val Kilmer. It's an old movie.
Yeah, that's one, dude. I know I've seen it, but I have like zero
So
recollection of it.
It's complete slapstick.
Right. Like almost Naked Gun level, right?
Oh, it's way more than Naked Gun.
More. Okay.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, it is. It's hilarious.
Oh, wait a minute, hang on. So what was your thing with Solace and your drunken rage on beautiful woman?
So you know, man, names. I think I nailed it down to one.
Okay.
And I'm even ashamed of it.
Oh God.
But if I had to pick what represents to me,
right?
I think like middle 1990s era Shania Twain.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I mean, the dark hair, the dark eyes.
I get that.
She was
hot.
She's breathtaking. Like, I don't like her music at all, but I watch her music videos. But I watch them fuckers on mute.
I was gonna say, yeah, you got some of those playing in the background.
But no, I just mute it and I look at the TV and I'm like, oh my God, I would fuck her shadow on a gravel road.
And here we go.
God.
That's awesome.
And she was married to that Mutt Lange producer for AC/DC. Yes. So the producer from AC/DC was Mutt Lange. And he married Shania Twain. I'm pretty sure that's right. And then he like run around on her.
What a dumbass.
And I thought to myself, of course, now, I remember something wise my father said one time. We were somewhere and I saw this supermodel. And I said, my God, Daddy, she is so pretty. And my daddy said, yeah, and I'll tell you what, son, somewhere there's some dude sick of her shit.
Yes, that's an old one. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's the truth.
And then when I was real young, I was probably 6 or 8. And I've always liked pretty girls. And I was out with my granddaddy. And we were somewhere. I think we were at the bank or something. And I saw this blonde woman. And she had, large.
Well endowed.
She was very well endowed. And of course, I'm like 6 or 8 at this point. So I don't really know how to play it cool. Right. Oh, my God, granddaddy.
Right. She's pretty.
Beautiful. My granddaddy was a farmer and a lumberjack. So, and he said, son, I'm going to tell you what. One shot of that right there, kill you dead in hell.
Oh, shit.
And I, as an 8-year-old, I was like, I don't make no sense to me. But when I hit 23, I'm like, I see that.
Son of a bitch.
Ruin your life.
Here's a quick bit as we wrap up here. My buddy Rob from last week, he texted me earlier in the week, and this is concerning the original Running Man with Schwarzenegger. And apparently Christopher Reeves, many people's the one and only Superman, he was set to be Ben Richards in the original 80s Running Man until Arnold came in and he took over the role. And Arnold apparently made significant changes, which makes sense because that era was Arnold making all the movies, Arnold movies. So it's like, if Christopher Reeves had stayed the lead of Ben Richards, would it have been then in the 80s more of a faithful adaptation to the book, kind of like this newer film?
Right.
Like, man, like somewhere out there, it's like, I mean, if Rob's thing to me said that it was quoted from somewhere he found, said significant changes were made. So at that point, it's like, I'd like to know what those significant changes are. That's where it'd be fun and cool to see some of the, I don't say the AI slop, but like what's that new seed something too, that people are creating these crazy detailed little mini movies. Do that with like a Christopher Reeve in Running Man. And let's see, what would the 80s version of it look like? Was it going to be the dystopian story of the book? I kind of makes me think it probably was. Right. Until Schwarzenegger's like, nah, this needs to be me being a badass and being Schwarzenegger, which is fine because that movie works on every level that it is.
Yeah.
But it's like, damn, how many times different actors that stepped out of roles, how different would that movie have been? Just makes you wonder,
When I watch a lot of YouTube channels that talk about movies and what actors were up for it. And you wonder, like, what if this person would have got that?
Yeah. What if Tom Selleck was Indiana Jones?
Because he went out for it, right?
I believe so. That's my understanding. Yes.
And I mean, Harrison
I
Ford
think it would have worked, but man, I don't know, man. Like it's hard to
he'd have
think.
done good. He's a
I
good
think
actor.
Selleck would have been good.
I mean, because when it comes to westerns, Tom, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is gonna ruffle some feathers, man, but he is equally as good as Clint Eastwood in westerns.
I can't say I've seen enough Tom Selleck in westerns to argue that, honestly. I mean, like where I've seen him has been fine, but
look up
I
Crossfire Trail.
Crossfire Trail, definitely not
Crossfire
seen
Trail. Now here's the thing. Tom Selleck Western, he is low key badass.
Right.
Like people fuck with him, and he's like, hey, just leave me alone. He's very low key until he reaches a certain point.
That's boiling point.
And I mean, he's equal to Clint Eastwood in westerns. And some of the old, like I think a lot of his westerns were based off of Louis L'Amour books. I could be wrong.
Okay.
But to me, they're I love Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns. One of my favorite movies is The Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
Yes. I love that movie.
But
badass.
A lot of the Tom Selleck movies are equally as good, or maybe even a touch better, because they're, I think, more grounded in reality.
Okay.
And if you want to watch a series of movies that will blow your fucking mind, Dave, I shit you not, look up. I just had it in my brain. Jesse Stone.
See, like, it's funny, like, grounded in reality, that can be a plus or a minus.
If it's done right, though.
I mean, I think it depends on the movie that you want to watch. I told you, like, we watched Friday, we were watching Sisu Road to Vengeance. And and you'd seen but you've seen the first one.
Yeah.
Okay. Second one, it's more the same, over the top, just a man who refuses to die. Is it realistic? Absolutely not.
Right.
Is it entertaining from the start to the very last frame? Absolutely. My kid and I were almost laughing. We were having so much fun with it, watching him just deliver pain and death to every bad guy, because they're bad guys. They deserve it.
Right.
But at the same time, could you make that movie in a more serious tone and make it more realistic? Yeah, you probably could. Would it be as entertaining? I don't know. It depends on how it all plays out,
Right.
So that's why I think, like, if you say Selleck's westerns are probably more realistic versus Eastwood's, it's all in the tone that you're into, what you want,
Well, I tell you, Jesse Stone, it's a series of movies based off of books.
Okay.
And you got to watch them in order, and it's like 6 or 8 of them.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What year are we talking about here?
Oh, this is late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh, really?
And so he plays an alcoholic, like he's a washed up like chief out of LA, and he loses his job.
Oh, I was thinking this was a West.
No. It's modern day.
Oh, okay.
So he loses his job as a police chief or in LA, and he gets hired on to this little bitty podunk town, I think in like Maine or something. Sleepy little town where.
Oh, this is okay. The series, the Tom Selleck series.
Yeah.
Of movie. Okay.
Dude.
I'm vaguely familiar with these.
Dude.
Pretty good, huh?
I'm telling you. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. And he carries his old 1911.
Oh God, here we go.
There,
that's really what it's about. It's the damn 1911.
No, I mean he plays a good man with a number of bad flaws.
Right.
Like his wife left him, and you can tell that when his wife left him, that's when his life went to shit, and he turned to alcohol.
He did 9 of them.
9.
It looks like there is one that's out of order. The first one released in 2005.
Yeah.
But that's listed as the second one in chronological order.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's Jesus, he did 2 in 2006. Night Passage, Stone Cold, Death in Paradise, Sea Change, Thin Ice, No Remorse, Innocence Lost, Benefit of Doubt, Lost in Paradise was 2015. So from
And
05
the
to
name of the
15.
town is Paradise.
What's that?
The name of the town is Paradise.
Okay.
Dude, it's as good a movie.
It's got a 7.2 rating on IMDb. That's pretty damn good.
And that's low. That's low, man.
Maybe being a little fanboyish here, but that's okay.
Well, but I'm gonna tell you, it's
Viola Davis. I'll be damned, she's in it.
It's great. It's a really good, because he's not the hero. He's got flaws. He's got problems.
Right.
And he's and like it's like when finally he gets his feet under him and he's getting his shit figured out, and his fucking ex-wife calls him, and then he just takes a nosedive. It affects his job. He's dealing with a lot of problems while he's running this podunk sheriff's department. But like it's like some tourist town, so you get a lot of tourists that come in that are fucking weirdos, and like wife beaters and dudes that hit girls and women,
right?
And there is a bit of a trope as far as he doesn't play by the rules all the time,
right?
I mean, he pistol whips this one motherfucker in a grocery store.
I mean, again, look at the whole list. All of them have at least a 7 rating, like 7 to looks like 7.3 or 7.5 was the highest.
Yeah,
that's pretty solid. So,
I think you would like them, Dave. I mean, they're
check them out.
They're pretty well grounded in reality, but they're wonderful stories. And it's you can watch this with your kid because there's not like there's no
gratuitous and right.
It's good. My buddy Charlie Brown, not MKS Charlie Brown photographer, turned me on to him, and I started watching them when you had to get your DVD from Netflix in the mail.
Right.
And so we would do a Scotch night where girl I was dating would order the next Jesse Stone, and I would go buy a different Scotch, and we would drink Scotch and watch Jesse Stone.
I just do a quick scroll again. User reviews now 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. There's a 6 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I got some pretty good reviews. All right, I'll check it out. Doesn't look like they're streaming anything for free at the moment, but I can still add to a list and when it pops up. And
I'm surprised they're not. Well,
it's all rights issues and all that bullshit, man. Like whenever you're doing to watch something, but that's why I still buy a lot of stuff too. I mean, so I watched CC2 because I bought it on disc. Predator Badlands, while I didn't care for it, Mason loved it. I bought it on disc to have it on disc.
Right.
And I like the fan. I'm a fan of the series overall. So yeah, Badlands is my favorite. I'm still a fan. I'm still going to buy it. Still going to put money towards it to hope that I get something else better next time. Maybe, physical media people, fuck all the streaming shit. Again, I want to wrap this thing up here. Quick bit. Another YouTube shit I caught the other day was CDs, like listen to music on CDs.
Yeah.
Is like climbing back with Gen Zers. They're getting sick and tired of all those paid streaming platforms, and they're going out and they're buying high-end CD players. And I was like, wait a minute, CD players, like you can still get high-end CD players? Oh, fuck yes. You can still spend $500-$600 on just a CD player. Like, that's impressive. That's awesome. I'm excited about that.
So if that excites you, so another hobby that I've got that you probably don't know about, I collect vinyl.
No, but that doesn't surprise me. I mean,
I've probably got, I bet I got 700-800 records.
Right.
So I went.
And that's been huge for a while too.
Yeah. I went and bought. So my home. You see my home stereo system. It's all Onkyo.
Yeah. With
JVC Stadium speakers. I got 4 of them.
Yeah.
And a few years ago, I went and bought a Newmark DJ direct drive turntable. And the turntable was $500, and then you had to buy the stylus, and the fucking stylus was like $200 or $300.
Jesus.
But
I do dig that's cool as shit.
But like I was talking, God, who was this I was talking to? And they were like, well, why would you go through all that trouble? You can pull it up on and I love Pandora for listening to truck.
It doesn't sound the same.
And I said, I'm going to show you because it's just like, and this is a great analogy. It's like a 35 millimeter photo negative,
right,
versus your JPEG.
Right.
What you're listening to is fucking compressed to death.
No.
So I put on a record, a real vinyl, and I, you know what I would use? I would spray a little bit of old school CLP on a rag, and I would wipe the record, and it would pull all the dirt and everything out of it.
And a new bit I learned with that is apparently there's a new format of CDs called super CDs. Maybe it's not new, but it's going to be about super CDs. So basically, it's uncompressed or it's less compressed than what CDs were. Yeah. So if you have the high end equipment, you're going to get, because he straight up said some people don't like the vinyl difference in sound. Some people do, you know, he's like, so we won't argue that. He goes, but if you don't like the vinyl sound and you want CDs, but do something better, he goes, you get super CDs. I'm like, very cool. Like, I'm excited about that. Hear that kind of shit.
Here's the thing about vinyl: it's not compressed.
I'm not going to go. Yeah. I know. I'm not going to get into that.
6 songs on a disc like that.
No, I get it. I'm just saying the super CD was a new thing to me.
Sure, and that's cool.
I don't know if CDs, what their compression rate, if they're compressed or what the super CDs. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I just am excited, cool thinking that yes, there's a new generation of people that are like going back to buying like all that shit of CDs and movies and shit, physical media. Like fuck yes, people. Way to be.
Here's the thing: you buy movies on Amazon and they're in your library.
Fuck that.
If you don't have internet or something happens to Amazon, and I'll tell you, and here's a prime fucking example where I got bit, Dave. Do you remember Google Music?
No.
Google Music was where you could go and buy music through Google and download it to your phone.
No, I do not remember that at all.
Yeah, well, and so I bought a dozen albums. I bought a bunch of Motorhead on Google Music and put it on my phone.
And what's happened to that now?
So it went away.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Now, guess what? I paid like $10 an album.
Yeah.
And when Google Music went away,
that went away.
That one, I'm like, I don't have it.
Right.
Now I downloaded it to my phone. So I'm like, I'm good, right? Nope. When Google Music goes away, where you downloaded it from, I guess it had to connect to authenticate or some shit.
Right.
So,
and that's where like, and I've seen too that standalone style MP3 players are still a thing or kind of coming back because I run on an iPhone. I hate iTunes. I don't want that on my desktops. I don't want anything to do with it. So I still buy, digitally, I buy albums, buy the full album, download it. I'll put them on flash drives to play in my truck. I have them on a whole other hard drive. It's full of music. I can burn them to a disc if I choose to, but I can't actually put it on here really and truly because of iTunes. And I don't want to screw with any of the workarounds around it. Granted, how often I listen to music where I need on a handheld device? Not that often, but at the same time, if you come to find out, show me there's something that's, half the size of this thing and it's only $100 and I can hold, 10 albums on, 20 albums, pick your number. I don't give a shit. I'll be like, yeah, I'm game.
Right.
I'm game. I'll go for some old school music listening like that because I do like to just listen to music. I mean, I crank it up here just in my office half the time.
I listen to music a lot. And
all the time.
And speaking of streaming services, so
they suck.
The only one that I'm behind is Pandora. I like Pandora. I really do.
I'm not saying don't use them. I'm just saying I prefer owning my shit.
Sure, absolutely.
But yeah, there's nothing wrong with streaming some of that shit.
But it's the fucking TV channels that are streaming. You got Roku, you got Tubi. I mean, and there's so many of them. It's like,
dude, Tubi's great.
Tubi's great, but it's like if you want to watch something, you got to have 20 of these on your fucking your Amazon Fire Stick.
Yes.
And try to find something to watch. Right. No, I know.
I mean, I bought less. I mean, I bought Badlands and Sisu. The only thing I'm thinking I haven't bought that was new I want to get is the Ballerina, the John Wick spinoff, just because I enjoyed that. But there's less that's coming out that's really like, I'm like, yeah, I got to get it. So I think now I'm just watching to see when 4K releases of stuff come out. If I have a really, really old disc of something, I'll replace it with the 4K. But yeah, physical media, man, like I wouldn't give that shit up for nothing.
No, because once you got it, you got it.
Yep. It's always mine. Internet goes out, guess what? I can still watch a movie and still be entertained.
I had we lost internet yesterday.
I was talking about that when you dropped off earlier.
Like it was weird, Dave. It was about maybe an hour before the
I don't think it was a conspiracy there, pal.
I know, but it was like this massive outage with AT&T.
Dude, come in a car crash and hit a fucking node and took some shit out. You know?
No. It was all across North Carolina.
Oh, even bigger.
It was massive.
I mean, shit happens, man.
I know, but I watched the State of the Union right here on my little phone. I was 5G in it, baby.
Nice.
So
I just caught good enough clips of it.
It was good.
Right. Well, let's wrap this shit up because yeah, it's like 10:30. I want to be done and relax and kick it with the wife for a few minutes.
All right, man.
So as usual, dude, where can you be found? Where are you at?
Come check us out at ranchhot.com. YouTube channel, the same name. We're growing, brother.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. Hopefully I'll get around to adding some shit to you.
I can't wait. I can't.
Yeah, you want to find me at livefiremedia.com. It's the website is not current, but the links to all my social shit is there. Beyond that, if you want to find me, you can find me through Livefire Media still anyways too. So yeah, man. And I hope everybody enjoyed this, Hunter. It's always fun hanging out with you.
I enjoyed it, man.
We gotta get Chris on here.
We walked into this. I'm like, I have no idea what to talk about. And then look, we filled up an hour and 20 minutes.
I had 3 things and then look what we did. So
yeah.
All right, man. Well, peace out until next time.
I'll see you when I see you.
My brother. Later.
Good man.